Solo Leveling Episode 8. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Solo Leveling Episode 8 is now out for you guys to go and check out. Now, I didn't cover last week's episode because it's episode 7.5, which is just basically a recap of the first 7 episodes. So anyone who's really into Solo Leveling right now and who's been watching it already knows where we are. So there's no point really me covering that episode because we've already seen all that stuff. So now we move into episode 8. It's finally here, the continuation of the story. And look, in anime, you need episodes like this episode 8 because the first 7 episodes have just been bonkers, man. We're talking like the fights have been incredible. You know, it's just this fast-paced moving thing going on. Jinwoo, his character development, it's all moving very, very quickly. So you need an episode like this that just slows everything down, that brings it all back in. You know, we have a bit of time to breathe with what we've just witnessed, with the whole idea of Jinwoo going to that castle and getting the recipe for the that life potion. So you have that. Now we have him trying to figure out, okay, I can't go into that castle. I need to get stronger. I need to level up more efficiently and quicker. So now he's starting to try and figure out ways how he can do that. So he's thinking, do I fail this and go and fight that centipede that we saw early on? But then there's no guarantee I get experience points. So I need to figure out a way. And this is where he's trying to discover how he can level up to a point to go in there to save his mother. So, because remember, that's his whole motivation for this, is he needs to save his mother, and this potion can cure any disease. So his top priority is getting the ingredients for this. So he's going to do anything he can to figure out a way to get there. So, and then we also have the moment where he agrees to the deal that was made in the previous episodes as well with the friend that he went through when he, you know, remember that episode? I believe it was episode 6 where he was just a complete and utter badass with that music and everything like that. So he makes a deal with the guy. I'm going to join you. We'll go do all this stuff that you want to do to impress your father. But my condition is that we do it, me and you. No one else comes in, just me and you. And that way we do, you know, trying to get around the system and make it seem like you're doing a great job because we will have no casualties. So you've done 19 perfect raids in these gates with no casualties. That's one way to impress your father. So we got Jinwoo now agreeing with that. We also get to know that some of the, the associations are starting to figure out that this construction mob are building their own guild. So they're starting to figure out, all right, so you guys are starting your own guild. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. Obviously, we get a little tease about the island as well and what happened there and why no one's gone back there and is actually going in to investigate or anything like that. So we got some little lore in that. So they're building little world building pieces here and there, which I really like because you're just expanding that lore and expanding the world to where you're like, okay, so there's this island. Now I want to know what this island's all about. So I really like that. Then you have one of the the S rank tier hunters getting offered a contract by the construction people and coming up to her, I guess, top dude and saying, look, man, these guys offered me a role and I turned them down. So just so you know. So there's little chess pieces being moved there as well. But then we get the big reunite, everyone reunited again from those very first few episodes where they encountered that dungeon with the statues. We get Jinwoo who gets to, you know, meet up with everyone. So we got Mr. Song's there. And I love that, you know, interaction with Mr. Song and him. And then when Mr. Song asks him, like, can I be the leader of this one? And then he tells Jinwoo that, look, you're the reason why we're alive. Like, you saved 6 of us. We're only here because of your sacrifice. And I love that. I love how they're coming to the realization that this guy saved his life. And, you know, Jinwoo's kind of like enjoying the reunion at the same time because he understands what needed to be done in that situation. And that's what I love about his character, is he understands why that sacrifice needed to be made, why he had to be the one to stay back. And ultimately, he's the one that benefited from it the most. But then you have the healing girl as well. She has her own little stuff in here where she's still dealing with the trauma of that experience. Even though she's a B rank healer, she's struggling because she's watched people die, get slaughtered, and there was nothing she could do, and she was just in complete and utter fear that she was going to die as well. So she's still trying to unravel the mystery behind that and what her trauma is. But when she sees Jinwoo there, you know, she gets this sense of like, I guess I would say more like a safety sort of net, where she feels more safe with Jinwoo, and especially seeing him alive. So I like that. And then obviously you got the other two, and we know what they were like in the first episode, but they're a bit, you know, cold shoulder because they feel guilty of what they had to do in that scenario to try and survive as well, and that it almost cost Jinwoo his life. So that was interesting. But then you have the convicts, the convict hunters, and we get introduced to this new guy who seems like he's got a little bit about him. He's a B ranked guy, and these guys, the convict people, are C ranks. So they say that he is able to take care of them quite comfortably. So there's no need to worry. But as soon as they are instantly introduced into the group, they are just like typical convicts. They come in and they're like, oh, there's a girl. How about you come play with us and stuff like that? And I'm like, bro, Jinwoo will absolutely slam you guys. So don't even start that. But I'm interested to see where we're going to go in the next episode now, because this episode slowed things right down. Like, there's no high octane action or anything like that, like the previous episodes. So, but this is an episode that gave us time to breathe, to reevaluate where we are, to give a new life meaning to Jinwoo and the people that survived that dungeon, to bring them back together and to rekindle what they had. And hopefully, I'm interested to see how things are going to be resolved with certain characters with that. I'm interested to see how the whole convict scenario is going to play a part in this. And I'm really interested in this new character that they brought in, the B-ranked guy, because he just has this aura, and he's looking at Jinwoo, and he seems like he thinks Jinwoo has a bit more about him. And that's going to be the most interesting part. So I want to see how this dynamic's going to go. Obviously, this episode is, again, animated brilliantly and beautifully. It looks gorgeous. I think this has been just one of those animes that has been absolutely gorgeous throughout the whole entire time, especially the fight sequences. But now that we move into episode 9, which will be next week, I'm very, very intrigued and interested to see where it goes, because I'm loving this series and I love the first 7 episodes, and this episode was the perfect downtime episode, like the slice of life, as we like to call it, sort of episode where you dial things down, just regroup, you know, give it a little bit of character study here and there, drop some few more lore, world building things, and then get back into the action, you know, stuff in the next episode. But look, overall, I enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought. Maybe you guys didn't enjoy it as much as I did, but let me know down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.